Pokemon products I have accumulated for the past few months since I started collecting. I'm going to be organizing my Pokemon cards. But I think these are still too many. We're almost done? It's already 4 in the morning? Wait, I didn't even get to price them all yet! Halulu! I'm back with more Pokemon cards. Last time when we were organizing, we were only able to prepare cards that are going to be sold for ToyCon. But this time around, it's time to finally look at what's under the hood, or better yet, what's inside my binders that I've collected so far, and the bulk that were left that I decided to have for keeps. Will they still be a keep, or will they join the rest of the bulks for selling? Let's get started! These are the bulks that I was trying to sell during ToyCon. The very bulks that I was organizing, if you remember. A huge portion of the bulk actually got sold, but there was still a lot remaining, unfortunately. Here in my temporary trade binder, compared to the bulk, there weren't many singles sold that day. You can ignore the blank ones with no price tag. I thought that was a single sold, but no, it wasn't. I think it was because there wasn't enough space for the table to display the binder fully open. But those are stories for another day, since today is for cards that we get to keep. Putting the bulk containers and trade binder aside, these were the remaining bulks that were supposed to be for keeps. What I'm going to be looking for here are duplicates that need to be removed and hits that I got during streams that are yet to be arranged with the rest of the collection. I needed to do extra checks, as well if there were cards that I didn't want anymore, kind of like the method of checking if the object still brings joy to you, well, to me, or not. Maybe it'll end up on somebody else's collection. Honestly, I had an existing draft of order of things, but things don't always go your way. So now, I need to figure out what to do here. I'm thinking maybe separating them by set first, or should I remove the cards from the binders first? I don't think it should be this way. Maybe a different approach would be better? I think I went with just resetting everything and removing everything from the binders. So this binder right here is the binder for my main collection. It's where I place the cards that I collect that I'm currently focusing on. For example, I'm currently focusing on collecting all of the Fuecoco line as opposed to collecting my favorite artist cards. To reset, I started removing the cards that was in this temporary trade binder. It was a temporary trade binder because my actual trade binder was borrowed by someone else. This binder was actually meant for my favorite artists. Maybe not all of them. I would want to buy at least 1 to 3 dedicated binders for my top 1 to 3 artists. Though I think it's not gonna be this way anytime soon because there are artists who only have made a few art for Pokemon cards who won't need an entire binder just yet. Ugh, this is such a struggle. If only I didn't place a price tag on the binder itself and just place it on the card with a penny sleeve. Remember when I forgot to put the price tag? Yeah, I did it during ToyCon and was rushing through it without thinking. So now, I have to suffer the consequences. The struggle of removing. To be fair, I wanted to reuse the sleeves, but now that I realize it wasn't worth it at all. Other than the Fuecoco line, these are the other ones that I have been focusing on collecting. This here is one, if not my most favorite Gardevoir card. This shiny Gardevoir, at least the English version, can be found in the Paldean Fate set, while the Japanese version can be found in the Shiny Treasure set. Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky from my Paldean Fates pulls, but I was lucky to find someone who I met in an event offering to sell their Gardevoir card. Check the prices and the finances, and it was a done deal. I'll probably add this to the shelf displayed in a small easel, or at least until the next favorite is found, or the growing up Gardevoir line is completed. Remembering how this happened, I definitely got distracted from the initial plan, but let me explain the different stacks. I divided them into different categories. Favorite Pokemon, favorite artist, favorite trainer and trainer's Pokemon, pretty and feminine looking Pokemon. Yeah, I have a weird brain in how I organize my stuff. Ah, yes. I placed the Cynthia collection at the back of this trade binder. No, not trade binder. the main collection binder. I didn't really have a dedicated binder just for her yet. Hopefully, I find the one binder for Cynthia. Only the best for my wonderful mommy. Only the best for her. Unfortunately, I don't have binders for the rest of the trainers, so I will have to place them at the back as well, alongside Cynthia. If you've noticed, there are non-evolution cards inside the evolution binder. These are what you call the Pokeball Holo and a Master Ball Holo. They're actually very special, where they only appear on specific sets like Prismatic Evolutions. They were also present in the 151 Japanese set. So, for duplicates, usually I compare my existing one to the other ones to check which one's the better version. And I get to keep the better version, of course. To be honest though, this only matters if you want it to be graded by PSA or any other grading organization. So for common cards, it's not really necessary. And I was definitely wasting my time. Check this out! Ta-da! A nice looking EV card. It was part of a super premium collection as a promo card within the Prismatic Evolution set. I actually also managed to pull this from Terrestrial Festival, the Japanese version of this set. This card is not a promo card in the Japanese version. It's purely RNG. Unfortunately, well, my RNG continues to suffer. I still haven't found my Umbreon. This one, unlike the Cynthia collection, I actually have a binder specific for N and his Pokemons. But I may place the cards for keeps that I will have coming from Black Bolt and White Flare. I don't know, I think like this video will come out after that, like after the release. So yeah, we're gonna be opening them in stream. Not sure like if it's gonna be after this or before this. But yeah, fingers crossed I get the Ends card from the Black Bolt set. I'm really waiting for that. It's been hours of filming and still not done. I haven't kept track, but it's definitely been more than 4 hours. Anyways, like I mentioned earlier, I had different categories to my collection. So now, let's start with a favorite Pokemon, or favorite Pokemon. So, favorite Pokemon are cards of Pokemon that I also love, like the main collection, you know, Gardevoir, Fuecoco, but I just can't focus on collecting right now. If I get one, well, I'll definitely keep it, so that I don't have to try to find it later. There's a stack here where it's unlabeled. These cards are going to be part of the bulk, unless the card is a hit or of higher value, then in the trade binder, the card goes. I initially wanted to put the pretty or feminine looking into the same binder with a favorite artist, but it was already too full. I have too many favorite artists, so I should question if I should still call them a favorite, actually. Well, anyways, despite the alphabetical order, I started with a stack of J to R. It's because in that stack, that's where my most favorite artist is, and I wanted to place their artwork at the front page of the binder. These are my top 1 favorite artist's work. Their name is Rend, and I've been focusing on getting every Rend Pokemon card there is. And done! With Rend only. It was really difficult arranging the favorite artists because I've never ranked them before. Or at least, as far as I remember. Well, after putting in Ren though, I should have realized that I could have just done that alphabetically. It lessens the headache and, well, you know. Oopsie. I have no more binders. There's no more remaining for like the Gosan cards. There's no more room. There's no more slots. I guess I'll just put them in a stack and until I get an extra binder. So in here, I made a mistake of stacking 2 categories together. So I had to filter out which category was which between favorite Pokemon and pretty or feminine looking Pokemons. For their arrangement, I made it so that I categorized them by batch. The A to I, J to R, and more. After separating the favorite Pokemon, The pretty ones are being rearranged alphabetically within their stack. Actually, if the Pokemons can evolve or are evolved, the alphabetical rule would follow the Pokemon's basic form's name. For example, Cottony and Whimsicott have different first letters, and what I followed in terms of first letter is the name of their basic form. In this case, it's Cottony, so I would put these two in the A to I pile. I was trying to think how to arrange these favored Pokemons when I noticed that they had their own groupings of squirrel, mouse, and birds. It was so cute to see. It was at this point I knew I had no choice but to place the remaining cards elsewhere. It hurts a little bit since I wanted to do the proper organization. There are spaces that I skipped over, but my intention was I know that I might get more of the same Pokemon, like Fuecoco line, but of a different Pokemon card. And Pokemon common cards usually have variants of Holo and Reverse Holo. Then there's the evolution line. So when I'm collecting Fuecoco line, I'm gonna get Fuecoco. Shoot, I forgot the middle one. And then Skeledirge. I'm so sorry. Keep forgetting middle ones. But yeah, there's the evolution line where one is usually missing, like the basic, the middle. It's just one of them or two of them. So like I give them space. And it's finally done! Yippee! And I still have a bulk left. Well, 2 bulks. But this is fine to organize outside of this since they'll just be following the arrangement that I did previously anyway. But yeah. It's finally over. I didn't think it would take me a long time to film this, to be honest. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my yapping and just looking at the endless amount of cards, Honestly, I feel like I could have done more pizzazz, but this is my first time doing something like this. What I learned so far though, I need to be more prepared on a lot of things. I need to be more prepared with things that I'm gonna be using for filming, like binders. But yeah, in general, I could have also already arranged the bulk off screen, so I could have talked more about each card, like I could tell a story as to why I'm collecting this particular card, but maybe not everything, because there's a lot. There's too many cards. But no worries, earlies, growing pains, processes. You know what? I'll find my groove eventually in these kinds of videos. And another note, this helped me a lot personally because the organization of the cards was long overdue, especially because I know I'll be having more cards soon. I don't know if it's before or after this video. It's probably gonna be a stream. Maybe I should start organizing them after the stream, or at least, the weekend after the stream has happened, maybe. But I swear to God, I'm not doing another organization video again. Or maybe, make it a bit more fun, No, never again. There's a lot of work put in. I should reconsider, think better, so it's a no. Well, it's a maybe. We'll see, It depends. Like, is it gonna be worth it? But anyways, earlies, I hope you enjoyed the whole yapping and the chill time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Until the next video. Stay amazing!